Hey everyone, I'm Elfowls, and welcome to week 7 of the MBC. We're almost at the end of the regular season, and I'm sitting at a 4-2 record after a solid win against Daria last week. So, I'm really hoping to keep up that win streak. Going up to 5-2, I don't think that would necessarily lock playoffs, but it puts me into a pretty good position to make it in. We are trying to secure that win against FrostyRandom and his Tuscaloosa Toxic Chains, and we're looking at a very interesting team here. Pretty sure he used a bunch of transactions to get the team he has right now, and that kind of shows. We see Galar Zapdos in the round 1 slot, and Cinderace as the highest tiered Pokemon on his roster by a significant margin. So we're dealing with a bunch of mid-tiers. On one hand, that means there aren't too many standout threats on my opponent's side, but on the other hand, it feels like there are a whole bunch of different viable builds that my opponent could go for. As far as the actual Pokemon are concerned, I think the biggest thing to notice is a whole bunch of fast physical attackers that make up my opponent's offense. Cinderace, Galar Zapdos, Lycanroc, Dusk, and Terra Lokix are all crazy tough to switch into, and he could potentially bring all of them, so that's potentially overwhelming. Because of the amount of physical bulk I need to bring though, Terra Sandy Shocks kind of emerges as the biggest problem in the builder for me. With an offensive Terra, I really don't switch into it well since my defensive pieces kind of need to be dedicated to that insane physical core. And then back to the offense, they've got a solid group of defensive checks to my things. Sneasler has issues breaking through Pecharunt, Chestnut is a pretty good Excadrill counter, and the combo of Milotic and Registeel can kind of fill in to check either physical or special threats when needed. I suspect that at least one of them will show up with a specially defensive spread to check Spectrier. So yeah, I just listed like 10 guys I need to prep for, so this was kind of tough, but here's what I landed on. With 4 big physical threats to prep for, I think it's no surprise that I'm bringing physically defensive Screamtail. There is not too much to dive into here. The set is just very bulky, able to tank neutral hits from Galar Zapdos, Cinderace, Lycanroc, and Lokix surprisingly well, while also chipping them down with Rocky Helmet. If those threats bring super effective coverage, for example Ironhead Lycanroc, then we're in some trouble with this, but as long as I'm getting Helmet Chip on those guys, I'm making progress. Psychic Noise is a solid move to hit the many defensive Pokemon that would want to switch in on me. Thunder Wave slows down those offensive threats, so the rest of my team can deal with them. Notably, it's the only thing I can actually do to Lokix unless it tears out of its Dark typing. And then of course we have Wish and Protect for recovery. I have enough speed on this to outrun Adamant Lokix and potentially paralyze it before going down. Screamtail is definitely tasked with checking a lot of stuff in this match, so I'm hoping it doesn't get overwhelmed too quick. Next up, got Scarf and Didi here to spam nearly unresisted Expanding Force. The only resists are Lokix and Registeel, and I personally don't quite see Registeel coming to this match. If that's the case, Indeedee barely has switch-ins, and we can clean up in the endgame if the right things are chipped down. Hyper Voice is mainly there so I have Stab that can hit Lokix, Trick in case Registeel does show up, and Healing Wish is a nice way to heal and other things back up if the situation calls for it. I'm mainly thinking of healing Screamtail back up so it can continue being a wall to my opponent's biggest threats. The speed on this is just so I can outrun Scarf, Jolly, Lokix, which I think is a common set for it to run against Psychic Terrain. I've also got Terra Grass on this, which is mainly a tool to slow down Sandy Shocks and prevent it from making too much progress against me, at least without using its own Terra. So next, we have a potential win condition because we're bringing Shell Smash Blastoise for the first time this season. With a modest nature, Blastoise can break through most of my opponent's team pretty nicely after a Shell Smash, with Surf and Ice Beam. The biggest stopgaps to a sweep are probably Milotic and Registeel. Haze Milotic specifically halts any progress I can make, but if that is the check, I can still Shell Smash as it switches in, and then the plan is actually to Yawn as it goes for Haze. From there, I could smash again as it's forced to either switch out or fall asleep, and then maybe we can make some progress from there, we'll see. Because the strategy involves potentially smashing multiple times in front of a Haze user, I figured White Herb might be kind of pointless, so we're running Leftovers to stay a bit healthier over multiple turns. Even outside of Shell Smash, Offensive Blastoise is still a solid switch into Cinderace, so that's another potential use for this guy. And yep, this is a max modest set with enough speed to outrun Scarf Sandy Shocks after a Shell Smash. Alright, next we are going to have Excadrill. This is pretty much a standard offensive set, just running Earthquake and Ironhead as stab coverage. Earthquake looks amazing in this matchup to punish the 5 ground weaknesses, and Ironhead along with the bulk I have on this makes Excadrill a solid Sylveon check. Rapid Spin makes this a good remover, and Stealth Rock is here since I couldn't fit it on a Screamtail this week. We've got the Air Balloon to maybe get a safe switch in to Sandy Shocks, and Terra Dragon helps in case it does pop the balloon. Dragon is just a solid type overall in the matchup. It gives me a better type matchup into Cinderace, Milotic, and Chestnut, which are all going to be pretty good Excadrill checks, I think. Wanted to go for a bulkier spread this week, but Excadrill does still need max Adamant to guarantee the 2-shot on Registeel and Pecharunt, so I just have enough speed to outrun Lycanroc after Rapid Spin so that I could dedicate the rest into HP, so Excadrill's decently bulky. Next up, we got Spectrier. This is a Hex set because Shadow Ball has an extra immunity coming from Chestnut's Bulletproof, so might as well pick the option that hits it a little harder. That and Will-O-Wisp plus Hex is a great way to break through a lot of the defensive pieces on my opponent's side while crippling physical threats like Zapdos and low kicks. This is a pretty offensive set, max special attack and enough speed for Jolly Cinderace, and then a Colbur Berry so I can be a little less scared of Sucker Punch off of Cinderace or low kicks. And the defensive investment is specifically so that I can survive a Brave Bird from Adamant Zapdos so I can't be one-hit KO'd by a Scarf set. Then lastly, got Sneasler here as my second Scarfer. Sneasler is weird in this matchup because, aside from the gimmick that is Fling, it's completely stopped by Pecharunt, so a sweeping or breaking set isn't really all that possible this week. So instead, I've got Choice Scarf to ensure that this is the fastest Pokemon in the match, so that I can always revenge any of his Scarfers. That's all I really need Sneasler to do, prevent Scarf Cinderace from going off. Close Combat and Direct Claw are going to be the stabs. They threaten just about everything except Pecharunt, and for the Pecharunt, I can either pivot out of it with U-turn, or cripple it with Switcheroo. Yeah, this is my second Trick Scarfer this week, and that's because I like the idea of being able to use one of my Choice Scarfs to cripple a defensive piece while still having another Scarf to outspeed things. That is going to do it for the team though, so we're ready for the battle. I will see you there. Alright, we got FrostyRandom here. Rocking a team of, let's see, Sylveon, Zapdos, Gallon, of course, Pecharunt, Low Kicks, Lycanroc, and Registeel. This is a very different team than I was expecting. That Registeel is a bit annoying to see, although I do have tools to deal with it. So, let's see, what didn't show up? A lot of stuff that I was expecting did not show up. No Cinderace, actually pretty cool. And no Shocks is crazy. With that said, I think Sneasler is still my best lead. I just want to like U-turn out on hopefully Lycanroc or Registeel or something, because Pecharunt's still likely switching. If Pecharunt just leads, I could just trick it. Yeah, okay. It's Terra Dark Low Kicks, which is threatening, and also Scream Tail can't touch it, because I only have Psychic Noise. That's threatening. But yeah, good luck, have fun to FrostyRandom, and let's go ahead and go for it. No Shocks is actually pretty cool. It means my Terra Grass on Indeedee is not that likely to happen. There's no turret here. You're rooting for me then, right?
I guess.
Alright, awesome. Yeah. My wife was going to root for my opponent if they brought Turret, but they didn't, so we're all good. It is the Zap lead. Okay, so Zapdos. I will just U-turn on this, I'm pretty sure, and then switch to Scream Tail. It is a free U-turn. I can poison it, potentially, which chips it down even further. And of course, Scream Tail is my dedicated switch-in. And I always forget to do this. Here's my battle layout. Sorry, guys. Okay, my opponent is thinking about this. Yep, like no damage as expected. We do get the poison, nice. Okay, chip on Zapdos is great. I don't know if it's Scarf, but if you are Scarf, you know I'm Scarf. And Scream Tail. See what it goes for on me. Brave Bird. Takes me from 433 to 185, holy crap. That's gotta be banded. Yeah, that looks like Jolly Band to me. So I could theoretically switch to Excadrill here, but I think I'm probably taking a bunch of damage, right? I should just protect first. You could also be forced out here, potentially. Just because I do threaten to outspeed you, even though I don't think I do. Another Brave Bird definitely takes me out. Oh, you are going to switch out. Okay. This is okay with me. What two? That's the Sylveon. Okay. Gotcha. Without any information on this, tough to tell what it wants to do. Could switch right out to Sneasler. That's a risk, but getting a Dire Claw off on it is, you know, pretty nice. Could Wish, could T-Wave, because this thing is actually kind of an issue. Or I could just go Drill, actually. Yeah, Drill is not the most useful thing right now. I say that, but it's like got a pretty good matchup against a lot of stuff, actually. With that said, though, I don't think Sylveon can threaten me too hard. Just gonna reflect. Oh, okay, screens, got it. I think I get up rocks here. There's an argument to be made for just going for Earthquake. Because there's not much that switches into that. But you could switch Zapdos in. Iron Head has a couple answers. Let's like get rocks up. I don't think... Yeah, there's no removal on that side. Rocks should be good. Balloon is also essentially useless unless it's like Earthquake Registeel. Or like Drill Run Lycanroc, I guess. Yeah, rocks up, nice. And you're just gonna go for both screens, got it. And I can Iron Head here, I suppose. This might catch Zapdos. Don't really know what switches in, honestly. Okay. I do get damage on this, that's nice. Okay, I do flinch it, sorry. Could Iron Head again? Could Earthquake? I'm gonna Earthquake. Since I just showed Iron Head. Would expect... Yeah, okay. So we see the Petron come in. Earthquake behind Reflect. Decent. Black Sludge. Probably just max HP Petron. Yeah, that's my guess right now, although it's hard to tell. Honestly, I don't mind Excadrill just being the response for now. Like, why not? It can, like, Nasty Plot's threatening, I guess. Or it could double out to Zapdos. But Excadrill's getting good progress here, at least. I wish I was SD right now. You're gonna sub and you're faster than me. Which requires some decent investment. Like, I don't know, why would I switch out of Excadrill right now? This is kind of my Petra run. Check. Reflect has 3 turns left. Okay. Sub is one of your moves. Could be sub nasty plot, but if it is sub nasty plot, it also needs a quick recover. Shadow Ball here. 403 to 276 is 127. Which is some special attack, maybe. Actually, that's probably uninvested. I'm guessing max HP, max speed. Okay, I am okay trading Excadrill for this. Well, not completely trading Excadrill, but getting Excadrill low to take this out really opens up Sneasler. So we do get the first KO against the Petront with an Earthquake. And it's the Lycanroc that switches in. Okay. Takes rocks. So Screamtail was the answer, of course, but like look at Screamtail right now. That's a bit unfortunate. Excadrill's still pretty valuable. Having an Earthquake to spend against Ready Steel is nice. Screamtail, we could just get our last chunk of chip right now, which I'm kind of thinking we should. Screamtail against that Lycanroc. I think I go for it. This makes us worse against low kicks down the line, as well as it's a lot harder to take a Zapdos hit. Okay, go for CC. Nice. I don't think I'm going to get anything from that Calc. And it does take Helmet, so not pads. And Reflect's gone, which is great. So I'm going to Wish. You can KO me if you'd like. If Sylveon switches in, I think I go for Psychic Noise. Throat Chop. We do actually take that. Nice. Okay, and I'm thinking about protecting. I just want to make sure Lycanroc doesn't get any kind of setup. I don't think it does. But let's double check. Lycanroc Dusk. It can Swords Dance, but if its best move for me is Throat Chop, then that's fine. And this is confirmation of no Scarf, which is good for us. Okay. We do see it switch out. To what? Is that the Sylveon? That's the... Oh, it's the Zapdos. I'm fine with that. So let's double check that Zapdos. This poison's so nice. Zapdos, even if Adamant, Banned, Brave Bird. There's a single roll, so 1 in 16 chance that Brave Bird KOs. So I'm relatively safe to Wish here. Okay, that looks jolly anyway. I think Rocky Helmet KO'd there. I'll double check that later. Okay, nice. Zapdos gone. It's a big threat. Out of the way. If Sylveon comes in, I think I Psychic Noise, just because I don't want it recovering. I honestly think Registeel is my opponent's best bet, because, well, depending on the set, it can force me into protecting, and then... Oh, it's the Lokix, okay. I mean, I think I just protect here, right? It could SD on the protect. Oh man. Lokix, huh? So I could T-Wave instead? That's a tough call. If it's SD, how big of a problem is that for me? Worst case, I think I have to sack Indeedee, or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna try to preserve Scream Tail. Okay, it does just go for knockoff. Alright. So Terra Dark, Choice Band knockoff. I do actually guaranteed live that, so let's T-Wave. That was Scarf, right? I believe that's Scarf Lokix. So that's neutered. Excellent. Screamtail. I love this Pokemon so much. And we wish. It could be Jolly. I'm expected to outrun Adamant Lokix. But I think Scarf does make a lot of sense to deal with Spectre. Yeah, easy wish for me. I think it's got to be locked in. I'm making the call that it's Scarf. A little surprised to see no Terra Dark there. Like, why wouldn't you go for it? Yeah, there's the Registeel. That makes sense. And no lefties on it. Okay. I could go Sneasler here. We're actually pretty close to winning with either Sneasler or Excadrill. The Registeel is like going to be a problem if I can't chip it down. So that is something I think I want to do. You could go directly to Spectre and Wisp. That is an option. I think that's my play. Well, I don't know. I really don't have great switch into this thing. You know what? I think Blastoise, actually. Blastoise is relatively expendable here. And if it starts Iron Defensing, I can Yawn. Yeah, there's Iron Defense. Okay, this is fine, I think. Yeah, I Yawn. Worst case, it is like Chesto Rest. Amnesia. Wow. Okay, now here's what I do. I go... Body Press. So I think I go Sneasler and trick the Scarf off to it. It should not be able to KO me unless it's going for Earthquake this turn. If it stays in, I think that means it is Chesto, maybe? Or it's just okay with the Sleep turn. It goes for Body Press. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Are you Chesto? Yeah, it is. Alright. Alright, so I am going to switcheroo. Worst case here, I switcheroo, and it earthquakes. Because I have trouble breaking it while it just continually gets earthquakes off on my team. But I should be able to break through it eventually. Okay, we lock it into Iron Defense, and I think... Sneasler could just do this from here, actually. Let's... Do I U-turn or Dire Claw? Because I could U-turn out of whatever switches in. Sneasler also just could, you know, take out whatever switches in. But the thing is, I'm worried about low kicks. Well, low kicks doesn't take it. Lycanroc could come in, I guess. But, I don't know. I think there's no risk to me Dire Clawing here. Oh! Oh, I see. So you're just gonna do that, huh? I think I'd just U-turn then. Like, I could CC this, that honestly gets me nowhere. You can't PP stall me, because I can just switch around. Yeah, there it is. What do we see take this? That's the low kicks, right? Yeah, I think that's gonna be a sack. Okay, so that goes down. Registeel is locked down with a Scarf. Lycanroc's pretty chipped, and Sylveon is the biggest issue, I think. Honestly, would have preferred to have Sneasler just clean it up. If Lycanroc comes in, Indeedee's the best switch. If it's Sylveon, then Excadrill's the best switch. But I think I'm okay in the Indeedee versus Sylveon matchup. The roll against Excadrill did kind of lead me to think that it's more of a physically defensive set. So Expanding Force could just do the job here. Oh, that wasn't a double-double. I revealed this, and now my opponent gets to choose. I don't know why I was thinking it was. Okay. Well, not Scarf on this, so we Expanding Force. Yeah. Here I get to reveal the second choice Scarf. Alright. I think you have to go Registeel. But I guess not. This looks like it's in range. Yeah. Alright. Mini Indeedee sweep, very nice. And then, because I'm pretty sure the last move on here is rest, it's only offensive move. Okay, yep. Battle's gonna be cancelled. Not sure how that kill is gonna be rewarded, but we'll figure that out. GG to FrostyRandom. Yeah, game plan came together pretty well. Locked down the Registeel. That was like, I was really not expecting it, but the Trick Scarfs were there kind of for that. So glad that worked out. Scream Tail, oh my god. Unbreakable in this matchup, which felt good. But yeah, that's gonna do it. You know, relatively simple game plan this week, and it worked out. So yeah, 6-0 win. I'll definitely take that, so that puts me up to 5-2 for the season. So yeah, once again, GG to FrostyRandom, and I will see you all for week 8. Thank you all for watching.